So I decided to take a B complex vitamin for the next 30 days to see how it can help with my mental health, with my energy, and especially with my ADHD, especially being a doctor that recommends this a lot to a lot of my ADHD patients and other people that deal with mental health. I want to see how it did for me specifically, and if it's something that I would continue recommending. So here's exactly what happened. First off, why would I take something like a B complex where it has all the different B vitamins, and why would it be something that I do continue to recommend? The very first thing is it's a very important piece for our neurotransmitters. So especially for people who have ADHD that deal with low dopamine, norepinephrine, and also people who have depression that deal with serotonin issues. And then when it comes to anxiety, other different neurotransmitters that can be out of balance, B vitamins, especially the activated form of B vitamins, help build and deal with the process of these different types of neurotransmitters. The other thing that I mentioned also helps significantly in mental health, has been shown in research. Also on top of that, it has been shown to be actually helpful for improving energy, especially if you have different imbalances throughout your body chemistry and your brain chemistry. So for the next 30 days, I did take a B complex, which actually has the activated form of B vitamins. And so I just take one of these because it has a significant amount of milligrams that have above more than what you really need as far as your daily use. But if you're someone that's deficient, especially if you have like an MTHFR mutation gene, which what that means is it's hard for you to process B vitamins that are not activated. For example, vitamin B12, typically if it is the non-activated form, it's going to be cobalamin. But this one has methylcobalamin, which is the activated form of B12. So the very first week taking the B complex every single day, I didn't really notice any difference, and I wasn't suspecting to. A lot of people ask me all the time, oh, I tried it for one day and didn't work. Vitamins take some time, especially if you've been deficient in it for a long time. You're not gonna see much of a difference that first week. So I wasn't suspecting to see any changes. And keep in mind, I had stopped all my other supplements, and this was the only vitamin that I was taking, just so I have a good experiment with myself, so I know that there's no other outsider type of supplements that's changing of how I'm feeling and what my energy and also mental health is. Now within the second week, I did notice that my energy was improving, especially with being without my supplements, all the other supplements that I do take that help with my energy. That first week I did notice kind of a dip in my energy, and then by the second week it was picking back up, which was a good thing because B vitamins are supposed to help with our cells and also help with the different neurotransmitters that can incorporate why you might have low energy. And I use this all the time with my patients because it has been shown in research that does help it. I was grateful that my energy started to improve again after stopping my supplements that do help with my energy. By the third week, this is when I started to see that my mood was improving. Now, what improved as far as my mood? Where I did notice that I wasn't as stressed, I wasn't as agitated as much, because the very first week and even into the second week without taking my other supplements, I felt a little off. I felt a little more agitated and stressed. By the third week, that started to improve, and that made a big difference by just taking the B vitamins. Now, it wasn't like exactly where I was with taking all my other supplements, but at least it was doing its job where I was at a point where it was more manageable. Now, by the fourth week and beyond, so by that 30-day mark on 30 days, I noticed that I did start to have more of a clear mind. It did improve my focus, but not to the extent of when I take my other supplements. But it definitely did improve from the beginning, from day 1 to day 30. And that's what I was trying to measure, is like, okay, I know I'm gonna have a little dip in as far as my focus, my energy, my mood, because I'm not taking any of my other supplements. And certainly by doing something like this, I wanted to notice, does it actually pick it up? It did pick it up, but not to the extent when I'm taking all the other supplements. But it is a powerful thing to see that, hey, just taking something like a B complex with all the activated form B vitamins does make some changes. Maybe not to the extent that you need it to, and definitely not to the extent that I needed to, but that's where I noticed that there was those big changes. Definitely B vitamins are a great impact, and it's again a great cofactor and utilization in our body chemistry to help improve neurotransmitters, definitely improve different body chemistry. Our body utilizes a lot of B vitamins through our body to be able to function, not just for our brain and not just for like things like ADHD and anxiety and depression, but it is definitely a utilized tool. From it being just set aside, of it being just alone, isn't, I would say from my experience, I wouldn't say it's the best thing to just take B vitamins. I think there's definitely other things that you need to incorporate, because there's definitely other essential types of vitamins and minerals that our body needs, especially if you have ADHD or mental health that really needs to, that is very common to see deficiencies that I've seen with a lot of my different patients and clients, and definitely for myself when we run the different types of testing. So you should watch this video next where it goes over the top different types of vitamins and minerals for ADHD that you should check out right now.